Now let's pull the pin out of the conversation with the Browns. What do you think's going on there, Daniel?
Well, I think they worked out Cam today, right? So I just don't see any way that they can pull that off. Tennessee just seems like they're pretty much sticking and picking. So if Cam Ward's off the table, I know it's split. When you talk to people in the league, I've talked to some folks in the league who are connected to one side of that organization that say there's no way they're not taking Shedeur. It's not happening. They're going to take Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, and then they're gonna get one of these second group of quarterbacks. There's people that firmly believe that. Then there's other people that have just drawn the connection between Shermer and Stefanski and said, well, he's kind of got, that's someone he trusts and he knows and how he's wired and how he works and how he thinks. And I know he'd get a very, very high endorsement there. So they don't rule it out. So long story short, Rich, nobody has a clue what Cleveland's going to do. There's a lot of opinions all over the map, and there is nobody with real strong, conviction. It's led me to have strong conviction to say they're absolutely doing this and not that.
Do you think in the next 29 days we'll know? You think when you do your mock draft the night before the draft, you'll have a better idea? I mean, crystal ball it for me. Like, what do you think?
Well, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful by the time we get to the end of the process that'll kind of clear itself out a little bit. But it's gonna come after they spend more time with Shedeur, after Cleveland, goes through that whole process. They'll be at his showcase, which it is the Colorado Showcase is what it is now, Rich. It's not the Colorado Pro Day. It's the showcase. There will be no showdown at the end of it.
Nice. I like it. Great Price is Right conversation. I like it. I guess any team that doesn't get a Colorado Buffalo gets a nice parting gift. You know what I mean?
Yeah, an iron. You get a nice iron.
You get the press-on nails. You get the Z-brick. I remember all that stuff from when I was a kid. All right, so there's the showcase. But if the Browns don't take Shedeur and the Giants decide to take the other player on defense or / offense that the Browns don't take, where do you think Shedeur goes? Do you think that this move by the Giants and the Browns' decision on Shedeur Sanders means what for Shedeur, Daniel?
I feel like Shedeur is going to be, there's two options here. He's going to be the second or third pick, right? He's going to go in the top 3 of the draft. If he doesn't go in the top 3, I think there's a very real scenario where he gets outside the top 10. I don't think the Jets will do it. I think the Jets are going to give Justin Fields a little bit of runway here. With where they are as an organization and his age and the upside that you can dream on a little bit there. I don't see them doing it. And then New Orleans is another option, potentially that could be a landing spot there. I just don't know if that's if that's the right fit. Kellen Moore, first year head coach, if that's going to be the ride that he wants to go on right now. I don't know if that's the case. So I think it's the second or third pick. Very possible he could go in the top 3. Outside of that, I think now you start getting some other teams that become into the mix. You start hearing teams like the Rams looking for their, eventual successor to Matthew Stafford. Do they get in the midst? Pittsburgh's hanging out there even with Aaron Rodgers. That's a short-term deal. So maybe they are in the mix there. So I think if we get through the third pick and Shedeur hasn't gone, then I think that's what we're talking about from that point until he gets picked is who's picking him, who's coming up for him, how's that going to shake out.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.